If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna talk that law. Let's talk about it. For those who don't know me, I am a Texas trial attorney going on my 5th year. Y'all see the law license on the wall, signed by the 9 justices of the Supreme Court. Let's talk about it. See, I was minding my business. I was drinking my water. So cold, it's dripping. And I heard that the testimony today of Stormy Daniels is finally over. Boy, can't nobody lie like Stormy can. But before I get to that, somebody had commented on one of my last videos, and they said I talk too much. Well, just in case you missed it, check the name. This is TalkThatLaw. This ain't Mute That Law. I don't know what the problem was. I guess they was mad that I was talking about Fonnie. I didn't tell her to being over on a fax machine. I didn't tell her to jump on that man's lap. A married man who they say it wasn't her husband. That man married. So I guess the person commented, they were upset. But I welcome all comments. I'm not going to block you and delete the comments. Say what you got to say. What kind of trial attorney will I be if I don't talk? So obviously, this wasn't the right channel for that person. And if they was mad I was talking about Fonnie, they sure finna be mad when I get through lighting up Stormy Daniels. Golly. Let's jump right into it. Let me see. Mother had me, mother F. Oh, I'm reading the comment. Hey, do y'all see what he said? Mother had me, mother F. Oh, see, and I said I wasn't gonna cuss today. I'm trying to keep it clean. But she said I talk too much. Oh, I get it now. Mother had them, mother F them. Is that where we going with that? Mother had them, mother F. What Megan Thee Stallion say? She said I talk big, but my bank account match it. So yeah, I'm gonna talk that law. Let's talk about Stormy Daniels. We're gonna wrap up her testimony that she had going on today, so we can see what she talking about. And man, the tea was hot between Tuesday and today. I said, nuh-uh. Oh, that didn't happen, did it? Man, you cannot make this up. Appreciate the comments. Man, let's look at an article to start off. How this stuff just unfolded. It just unraveled. Man. Let's start with the good stuff first. Let me see if y'all can see this. Let me know if it's not big enough. So this one of the articles, and obviously reporters' cameras are not allowed in the courtroom. So the reporters have to write everything down, take notes. Maybe they have tape recorders, and then they upload it onto the articles. And then once the articles come out, then we can actually comment on what the articles say. It went as far as the reporters were having binoculars in the courthouse, like they were watching a TV show. And the judge said, hold up. The judge said, y'all can't bring binoculars in here. Y'all not at a baseball game in some nosebleed seats. Imagine witnesses testifying, and you got people all in the background, reporters and stuff with binoculars, like they at a zoo, trying to look at facial expressions. So they said, you know what, we got to cut all that out. Cut it out. Well, let's jump back over and see what they're talking about. Let me see if I can make this bigger. All right. Okay. Stormy Daniels testifies Trump curses in an angry day in court. Stormy Daniels, we know who she is. She's an adult film actress. That's what they call them now. At the center of Trump's hush money trial, she testified Tuesday about a disturbing encounter. I'm gonna try to limit my use of that word in front of encounter, because y'all know how these social media platforms be. Limit the encounter that she had with him, or about the disturbing encounter that she had with him. I'm trying to skip words. Leading to angry, profane muttering from former president that alarmed the judge. She was lying so bad that she made Trump cuss out loud. Well, the judge heard him. Now, I know it's a small courtroom, but for the judge to hear you, it had to be pretty loud. They said she lied so much she'll make a preacher cuss. Oh, man. Okay. So once he heard Trump cuss, he called Trump's lawyer and he said, hey, I know Trump, he mad, he's upset. But he said, you can't do that. Yeah, I'm allowing her to lie. Yeah, I'm allowing her to tell unnecessary facts. Yeah, I'm allowing her to go into a lot of detail that has nothing to do with the case. But even so, Trump, you can't be visibly upset. You can't curse. You can't shake your head. No, that didn't happen. I always tell clients, hey, if somebody blatantly lying and you feel the need while you look to yourself and you shake your head, the record won't pick it up. But the juries, they watching your client say that's a goddamn lie. So the lawyer said, I'm gonna talk to Trump. I'm gonna talk to him. And the judge said, I'm speaking to you here at the bench because I don't want to embarrass him. You need to speak with him. I won't tolerate that. Talk to your client. But we're going to get to why did Trump, why did he cuss? So we know what he's accused of. He's accused of paying a woman, Stormy Daniels, money. And in paying her the money, he falsified the records because he didn't want people to know that he paid her. And that's why he was charged. And I will use the word allegedly because based on my observations, I don't think that the charge applied to the facts of this case. And that's in my personal opinion. I don't think that the law and the facts apply. So I don't think that it goes together. But the DAs, they brought in a lot of details. So basically what they're saying is Trump slept with Stormy and he paid her to keep her quiet so he can run for president. And that's pretty straightforward. You can bring Stormy in as a witness and say, hey, did you meet with this man? Did you sleep with him? Yes or no? Boom. Then they can move on. But no, the judge let her get into the good details. And some of the details almost suggest that it could be another offense that she's trying to accuse Trump of, as far as whether their encounter was consensual or not. So this is her speaking rapidly and often emphasizing her answers. by pointing her fingers in the air. She insisted there was nothing about the years of bad blood between her and Trump that made her story untrue. Still, her dislike for Trump, it was noticeable in the courtroom. So Daniels described meeting Trump at a golf event in Lake Tahoe, California, and being invited to his hotel suite that night. Pause right there. Let's stop right there, because we have a witness that say that's a lie. We have a witness that said Trump didn't take that woman to that hotel room. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But we have a witness saying that that's a lie. We're going to jump over to that witness. So y'all, let me see, where we at? Let me see, we can jump over to that witness right quick. Oh, let me see, we can play that video. I don't know, don't hide now, I'm gonna find you. All right, let me see this, okay. All right, here we go. Now, this is another woman that was also paid. So in this trial, we had 3 people that were paid. We had a doorman that was paid $30,000 because he supposedly knows Trump has an outside baby. We have a woman named Karen McDougal, which is her, and then we also have Stormy Daniels. And Karen McDougal is her testimony that Stormy Daniels wasn't with Trump that night, and she know for a fact because she was with them. Karen say, I was with him. I was with that married man, Stormy, not you. Let's see what she say.
Okay.
When you've heard the stories of Stormy Daniels, who has come forward, who said that she was at the Tahoe club as well, and others who said that they were there, you didn't know about that at the time.
No, I did not know.
What did you think when you heard that?
My first thought was, how could she have been with him when I was with him? The only time we weren't together on that particular trip was when he was on the golf course golfing. I didn't go, clearly, but I went to every event, every after thing, parties, daytime things. I was there. That's why I can't understand. Now, I do remember him saying, he came in one day and said, oh, there were a bunch of porn stars out there. They were wanting pictures of me. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. It's cute, whatever. I do remember him saying that, but I can't imagine when he found the time, except for maybe the day I left. So it's kind of like, wow, how'd this happen?
Did you think maybe this would lead to a marriage? Per answer to that, just ahead.
Boy, Anderson Cooper ain't no damn good. He know damn well that woman talking about would lead to a marriage. That man went for to lead his wife. He just married and just had a baby with her. And the reporter gonna ask her, do you think that Trump is gonna marry you because y'all had a one night stand? Come on. Boy, they try to play you. But if y'all listen to her, she said that Trump was with me the whole time. So I don't know how he found the time to go meet with Stormy Daniels while he was with me the entire time, which is interesting. I mean, because obviously he can't be 2 places at the same time. I know he ain't getting down like that. So let's go back to the story. Now that we got the background, let's go back to the story to see what she say happened, what Stormy Daniels say happened, even though Karen's saying it's a lie. Karen, she said it's a goddamn lie. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay. Daniels, who met Trump at a celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe, she walked the jurors through the fateful evening when she went to his hotel room, thinking his dinner invitation was just that. Daniels said it'll make a great story, she told her colleagues, I guess her fellow actresses in the business. She said, gonna make a good story when she was weighing whether to go or not. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong going to a married man's hotel room? I mean, what could go wrong? And Daniels said the answer to that question, a lot can go wrong. So she said they decided to talk for a bit before grabbing dinner. And Trump repeatedly asked about Daniels' work as an adult entertainer. He was asking her a lot of questions about STDs and has she been tested. That should have been a red flag right there, girl. Why would a man want to know whether you got, STDs test or not if he's not interested? Then she said, yes, of course. And I volunteered it as well. He asked me, oh, well, have you ever had a bad test? And she said, nope, I can show you my entire record. I mean, she's even volunteering to show her record. Why are you volunteering to show your record to a man that you're not going to try to proposition, or in your mind that he's not trying to proposition you? And then she goes on to say, at one point, Trump started to show Daniels photos. I'm guessing this is the reporter's writing. At one point, Trump started to show Daniels photos, including one of his wife. So he's married. You can't say, oh, I didn't know he was married, because you're saying he showed you photos. And you even commented that his wife was very beautiful. And Trump even told her that they slept in separate bedrooms. Then it goes on to say they talked about his show, The Apprentice, the reality TV show he had. And Stormy Daniels said there would be no way she could get on network television given her work in adult entertainment. So we got it already established. She knows he's married. She's in his hotel room. She said she was going over there for dinner. She's not there to talk about work, because clearly in her own mind, she's already saying that there's no way I can get on The Apprentice because of my work in the industry. So it's clear what you're doing there. And she said that at one point, Trump compared her to his daughter. He said, you remind me of my daughter. She is smart and blonde and beautiful, and people underestimate her as well. Daniels recalled Trump saying. Several waters into the conversation. Girl, how much water were you drinking? Several waters into their conversation. She left to use the restroom, which was through a bedroom. So I guess the hotel room is only one restroom. You got to go in the bedroom. When she left the bathroom, I guess she went in when she left, there was Trump on the bed, clad in boxer shorts and a t-shirt. So she said she came out the restroom, he laying on the bed. At first, I was just startled, like a jump scare. Daniels told jurors, I just thought, oh my God, what did I misread to get here? Really? What did you misread? What did you mean? What did you misread? You're at a married man's hotel room in the middle of the night. And you thought, oh my God, what could have made him think that something was up? Where did I go wrong? What could have gave him that idea that he's in a room with a self-proclaimed porn star who has done maybe hundreds, if not over 1,000 videos at that time? So you mean to tell me when you walk out the room and you see a man, around 60 years old at that time, laying on the bed, he just scared you to death? I mean, and she said the attention is pretty clear. If someone is stripped down to their underwear and on the bed. Okay, so he's stripped down to his underwear on the bed. She goes on to say she tried to extract herself from the situation, but Trump stood between her and the door. But she said it was not in a threatening manner. Okay, so first he was on the bed. He was on the bed. And now he somehow got up off the bed to block her from leaving. What that sound like to y'all? He said, and I guess this is Trump said, I thought we were getting somewhere. I thought you were serious about what you wanted. if you want to get out of that trailer park. And Daniels recalled Trump saying, I was offended because I never lived in a trailer park. Well, she could have fooled me. What did he say? He stripped down because he might have been. It was some hot going on in that room, I tell you that. Who was that song? This is why I'm hot. And what's the other one? Nelly, it's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. But if y'all read between the lines, it sounds like she's almost insinuating that this man made her do something that she didn't want to do. Let's see. Did it go back down? And this is a live article. This is not printed out. So let's see. Okay, so she found him in the bedroom, posed on the bed. Okay. She said, oh, did we go down? Hold on. Oh, okay. I got two articles pulled up. I went to the other one. That I'll do that one next. Okay, so where we at? At first, I was just startled like a jump scare. Okay, we read that. She tried to extract herself. She tried to leave. He stood in the door. He said, I thought we were getting somewhere. You want to get out that trailer park? You want this money? What you talking about? And then she said they wound up having sex. And the scant details that followed among them mentioned a specific sexual position in condoms. See, they didn't put it in this article, but I'm going to tell you what they said. She said that they were in the missionary position. Not the missionary position. And she said that they didn't use a condom. You can't make this up. She said they were in the missionary. You see this? Not the missionary. Say it ain't so. And then she said it was fast. She said it was fast. She making that. She making what they call that fast money. I guess, hey, even if it was, she said he was quick in bed. Yeah. Even if you were slow, girl, they say slow money better than no money. Y'all can't pay me no mind. Y'all know I ain't all the way there. Y'all can't pay me no mind. But yeah, she said it was fast. She's one thing about it. One thing I would give Stormy credit for. She said, I might be a hoe, but I'm a paid hoe. Anything less than five, you know what? It's not considered. Y'all right. I believe that if you want to. Oh man, let's get back to the deeds. What else did she say? Let's go back over there. Okay, after she said that, the defense, they're objecting. And by this time, Trump is shaking his head. He's shaking his head like, this B is telling a lie. She lying. He probably said bull, At one moment, Trump became so incensed by Daniels' testimony that he swore out loud. That's when he cussed. I wonder what he said, because they didn't report what he actually said. But I could just imagine if he cussing, then it's a problem. But the thing is, so let me give y'all the legal background. before she testified, Trump's lawyers went to the judge, the prosecutors went to the judge, and they said, hey, judge, we know she gonna get up here and start lying. We've seen her do a lot of podcasts. She's out here making money. She's selling all type of items with, I don't know, coffee mugs, t-shirts, stuff that they sell to make money. Candles. I think they made a candle, a Stormy Saint candle. But she doing all of this stuff. So they know that she's gonna come in here and just run her mouth. And guess what? She did exactly that. But they told the judge before she got up there, they said, hey, judge, she's gonna do a lot. She's gonna do a lot of talking. She's gonna do a lot of talking. Even if the prosecutor asks her a narrow question, her answer is probably going to be why. And the judge said, I'm going to allow it. So basically the defense tried to stop her before she could even, before she can even get up there and tell all of these, what they call salacious details. But the judge is like, nah, the judge like, I want to hear what she got to say. And I'm like, me too, Judge, me too. We here now. What that song says is everything out in the open. It might as well, we in court now, might as well straighten it. What Lattimore say? Let's straighten it out. Let's straighten it out. Let's go back. Let's go back. Man. So he said, hey, Trump, he's trying to intimidate the witness by shaking his head. I don't think that's the case. He's just mad as hell because somebody up there lying on him, and he has a gag order, so he can't even defend himself, which is another issue because if Trump's on a campaign trail, he's trying to become the next president. She's basically saying that this man made her do something against her will. He wants to go out and tell his voters that, hey, that didn't happen. That's not true. Y'all need to still vote for me. She's lying. But the judge is like, nope, you can't talk about it, which is, another crazy issue. So the judge said, hey, you need to speak to him. I won't tolerate it. The lawyer said, I'm going to go talk to him. Then the lawyer, Trump's lawyer, asked for a mistrial based on the comments that she made. And he told the judge, there's no way to unring that bell. You can't unring that bell. I didn't seen it now. I didn't seen in my mind him laid out, stretched out on the bed. I seen him, getting ready. What it say? Let's get ready to rumble. She said, I don't even want to know what a stormy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get some fun tonight, even if it is 30 seconds. Not the stormy candle. We gotta look that one up. We gotta look that one up and see let's see if we can find Stormy Daniels candle. Boy, they ain't got no shame. Oh, let's see. I know y'all lying. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. That is wild. Oh, she like to play. No, ma'am. You don't play like that. She got Let's see. Oh, present. Look at me over here promote her candles. Go ahead and get y'all go ahead and get y'all a Stormy Daniels. Oh man, where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, share. There we go. Stormy Daniels indictment Patreon Saint Altar candle. So I guess she named it indictment candle because Trump was indicted. Stormy Saint, look, she getting income. Look, she bragging about her candle. Let's see what they look like. Woman, You funny. Wow. Ooh. That's insane. What the? Y'all see? Y'all see? She ain't, boy, she trying to make some money. She's trying to make some money. Let's see what he said. She trying to, oh man. Order one and do it. I did not. Order one and do a live unbox. How about you come on? You get you one. You get you one, and we can unbox at the same time. Oh man, this is wild. She's selling candles. Woman, you selling candles off a traumatic experience of a man that you say um made you do something against your will? Okay, let's see. So the lawyer basically said, "Hey, this is, I need a mistrial. You can't unring that bell. All they doing is all the prosecutors are doing is trying to embarrass my client," which is true, because if you look at the charges, we did not need to know that Trump was in his boxers. We didn't need to know that he used Old Spice. We didn't need to know he was laying in a bed. Yeah, I mean, it was just so many details that the prosecutors, I think they went overboard. And now I understand that they want to show that Trump allegedly had this affair with her so they can say this is the reason he wrote those checks, because it happened. But you can say it happened without going into all of these salacious details. Like, you don't have to go into that many details. And in fact, I'm gonna give y'all, I know we got a little some good stuff in here, some funny stuff in here, but I'm giving y'all some legal stuff too, that it was another man, Harvey Weinstein, if I pronounce his last name right. His case was just overturned. Guess where his case was at? In the same courtroom with the same district attorney, Alvin Bragg. The same prosecutors that's prosecuting Trump just had one of their cases throughout for what? For bringing in extra stuff that wasn't part of the case. So now Harvey Weinstein gets to get a new trial in New York because the prosecutors pulled the same stunt that they are now pulling in Trump's case. So which is crazy to me that you would do all of this work only to have your conviction throughout. But who knows? The prosecutors probably like, hey, we just want a guilty verdict right now before the election, So maybe people won't vote for him. I don't know if that's their motive. And if it's overturned a year or two later, who cares? It'll be too late. But Harvey Weinstein, that case came to mind because the prosecutors, they played their hand when they start bringing up stuff that wasn't relevant to the case. So this is pretty much Trump, how the overturned Harvey Weinstein conviction could echo in Donald Trump hush money trial. So it's basically saying the New York State Court of Appeals, and this is New York. New York, they generally are not friends of Republicans, but you have a New York Democrat state siding with Harvey's in a 4-3 ruling saying that the Weinstein jury was potentially prejudiced against the defendant because the judge allowed women to testify about allegations that were not part of the case. So that's a big issue. I mean, she's testifying about details that we didn't need to know. She's saying that she's almost saying that she said that he didn't threaten her, but she said that he stood in the doorway and his security guard was outside. So the next thing she knows, she just blacked out and she don't remember what happened, but she do know that they had sex. So that's really weird. Let's see if we can jump over to when she actually. Let me see. We can actually get her telling the details because some of the articles have it and some of the articles are leaving it out. But I want to know how the song say. I want to know. Okay, so here she's saying she saw him on the bed, t-shirt and boxers. That's when I had that moment when I felt like the room spun in full motion. She said, I felt the blood leave my hands and my feet, almost like if you stand up too fast. Trump stood up between me and the door, not in a threatening manner. Though she said she felt an imbalance of power because his security guard was outside. She said, I think I blacked out, adding that there were many details she didn't remember, even though she wasn't drugged or had anything to drink. She said, next thing you know, I was on the bed. I was staring at the ceiling and I didn't know how I got there. She said the encounter was brief. What y'all think about that part? The encounter was brief. She don't know how she got there. She don't remember. She blacked out. She felt the blood leave her hands and her feet. And you got to remember, this is not like it's a girl that doesn't have any experience with seeing someone without clothes on. I mean, this is what she do for a living. So it's hard for me to imagine that her seeing the sight of Trump just made her, if it's true, you know, got Karen saying it ain't even true, but made her where she was just so out of it. She was so scared that all she can do was comply. You know, if it was a sister, they would say, boy, what you doing? You better go put your clothes on. Where your wife at? I'm just here for the food. Where the food at? We ain't doing none of that. We just met. But she just felt like because somebody was outside the door and she just had to comply. Let's see what Carol says. Doesn't Stormy owe Trump a lot of money from another lawsuit? I thought that was over the same thing. That is correct. Supposedly she owed him around $650,000 in attorney's fees from a lawsuit that the judge awarded to Trump and his attorneys, and she still hasn't paid it, and she says she's not going to pay him. And the defense attorney for Trump brought that out as well. They actually said that you have a motive to be in here lying. You owe Trump all this money. You're mad at him. And you even said that you would never pay him that money, even though the court ordered you to pay him. He said she would never pay him that money, which is wild. And, you know, I guess that's good for Trump that she's saying all of this on the stand, even though she said a whole lot of more stuff that can really make the jury mad. Because let's say a woman on the jury had an experience like that. Now she's going to take that with her in the jury room when it's time to vote, because Trump may remind her of that man that blocked her door. That probably really happened. But it's no doubt in my mind that Stormy Daniels has embellished this story. Matter of fact, she's even admitted sometimes she said that it didn't happen at all. Sometimes she said it did happen, but she said that the only time she lied is because she wanted to get paid. So that's too much lying going on for me, especially when you're trying to say that, you know, something happened against your will. Let's see what else they got on here. She said the encounter was brief. Before Daniels testified, Trump's lawyers told the judge it would be unfair to tell them about the salacious details about the sexual encounter because it's not part of the charges against him. Now, he was charged with that. Of course, you can talk about it. I mean, how else are you going to get your evidence out? But he's not charged with that. So why even bring it up? And the judge warned the prosecutor, Susan, you knew what you was doing. Alvin told you to do it. See, one thing about it, they put a woman on a woman, which is sometimes good when you have a hostile woman. So Trump's defense lawyer that questioned Stormy was a woman, And the prosecutor that questioned Stormy was a woman. This is like the first time the women are actually getting in the game because they putting the women on the women. You don't want a man to seem like he's too hard on them. So what you do is you tag out and you bring in a sub and let the sub handle it. But the prosecutor was warned by the judge not to go into great detail about the alleged encounter. But the prosecutor not only elicited a lengthy description, not only did she ignore what the judge said and talked about it anyway, it often didn't sound consensual, but she went into a raft of other details down to the brand of shampoo in his bathroom. And Trump's lawyers are upset. Now they're complaining to the judge bitterly that Daniels' account of a possible sex crime had hopelessly tainted the jury against him and asked for a mistrial. Now, of course, the judge is not going to grant a mistrial. I mean, all this, drama going on, cameras in the courtroom, he's relevant right now. He's not going to grant a mistrial and let Trump tell it. That's the whole purpose of having a trial right now before the election. He's not going to grant a mistrial. I don't care what happens. But the defense attorneys are right. They say the defense attorney said all of this had nothing to do with the case. It's extraordinarily prejudicial. And the only reason why the government asked those questions, besides pre-embarrassment, is to inflame the jury to not look at the evidence that matters. Let's see. But the prosecutors, they fired back. They said the jury needed to know what type of shampoo Trump was using. They needed to know if he had on a Hanes t-shirt and some Fruit of the Loom boxers. They needed to know that. Because they needed to understand why Trump was motivated to pay that hush money. He didn't want people to know he was wearing Fruit of the Loom. And they said, the prosecutor said that the specifics would boost her credibility. Her credibility ain't finna be boosted. The only thing she's trying to boost is them candle sales. The judge rejected the defense arguments. They rejected Trump's argument for a mistrial, of course. The judge said Daniels had talked too fast and gone into greater detail than he would like, and that it was partly the defense's fault for not objecting more. Now, I will say I agree right there. The judge shouldn't have to object for you. You should object yourself. And at one point in the trial, so much details was coming out that Trump literally had to nudge his lawyer, like, hey, object. And when she objected, the judge agreed with Trump, like, hey, this is too much. So it's really sad when your client have to nudge your lawyer to tell your lawyer to jump up and object. And not only did the lawyer jump up and object, the lawyer won the objection. So I know Trump probably mad at this point, like, hey, I'm paying y'all all this money, if you paying them at all, and y'all not even doing y'all jobs. Now, see, me, I would have been objecting every second. Objection, because you want to preserve the record. You want the appeals court to know you did everything you can to shut it down, because now the judge is blaming the defense attorneys. He's saying y'all didn't object enough. When they were talking about missionary, y'all didn't object. When they were talking about condom, y'all didn't object. So now don't come crying saying you want a mistrial. Now, some of the times the judge was objecting on his own, sua sponte. That's basically when the judge just object on his own, which is, really outside of the box. Normally the judge is the referee. He don't jump in unless he have to. So for the judge to object, it's pretty bad. And now the judge is blaming the defense attorneys for not objecting as much. And just so y'all know, even if you have 5 lawyers on each side, only one lawyer can object, and that's the lawyer that's questioning that witness. So even though Trump had 5, 10 lawyers sitting over there, the only one that could object was the woman that was questioning Stormy Daniels, the women from each side. So, it was up to her to object when they start talking about this stuff, and she didn't object. Hell, maybe she wanted to know, what was really going on. his lawyer wanted to know what she needed to do to get in the door. Oh man. But this is where we're at. And it's wild because now the jury heard it and you can't go back. The judge is saying maybe at the end of the trial, before the jury goes to the back to vote whether he's guilty or not, he'll give them an instruction, a curative instruction. That's basically where the judge will tell them, hey, remember when she talked about Trump in the missionary position? Ignore that, which is bad on its own because now you're putting it back in their minds again. Remember when she talked about him blocking the door and she blacking out? Ignore that. That's not going to work. I mean, you can't unring that bill. You can't unsee something. And I done saw it. I done saw it all. I said I didn't know Trump was getting down like that. Because not only did he have Stormy Daniels there, you got to remember Karen McDougal, his other side piece. He said, I left home to be with my side piece. She was there too. So he went from one room with Stormy, and then he went over there with Karen McDougal. I mean, how he got this much energy? I had to, when I was thinking about this, it reminded me of all the songs throughout the years. Y'all know Carl Sims, he said, I'm trapped. I'm caught in the middle. And William Bell say, trying to love too, show ain't easy to do. And Denise LaSalle say, I'm trapped by a thing called love. Marvin C say, I'm stuck in the middle. Y'all got some more, put it in the comments. He was stuck between Karen and Stormy. Golly. Now you know that was gonna be some mess. George Strait said all my exes live in Texas. That one right there for Nathan Wade, because apparently his wife has ties to Texas area. Pearland, Texas. Ain't too far from Houston, right down the road. So it's a lot going on. Trump, you know, he went from room to room. Karen say Stormy lying. Stormy saying it happened, but it happened so fast, Karen, you won't even know. It was 30 seconds, 2 minutes, and if you let Joe tell it, Joe say anything under 5 minutes ain't cheating. This is news to me. Because I know some women to jump on here and say, I know you lying. I know you lying. Oh man. So let me see. And see, I wasn't even gonna be out here long, but the details were just, they were given tonight. Let's see. So the lawyer, Trump's lawyer, Nicholas, it looks like it's a play on Nicholas. I guess Nicholas with an E. She questioned Daniels. You were looking to extort money from President Trump, right? Daniels said false. And the lawyer said, well, that's what you did, right? And Daniels said false. Let me see. That's the end of that article. But y'all get the gist. Let me get over here real quick because it was the real salacious detail when she said that she spanked them. I said, I know you lying. I spanked them, girl. She said she spanked them. Let me see if I can pull that one up. Now, if these reporters will write everything in one article, we won't have to jump around so much. But hey, I'll take it how I can get it. I guess that's what Trump did too. Literally not, hopefully not in the literal sense of the word, because boy, if he did that, he in trouble. And that's probably why he denying it, because if he said, hey, if I admit the truth and say it, and this girl is already borderline saying that I did it without consent, she gonna really come out and and blow it up. But okay, so after Daniels was done testifying, Trump's lawyer told the judge that she changed her story by saying she felt there was a power imbalance between them, that she blacked out and was lightheaded. I didn't know she said she was lightheaded when they began having sex. He also said there was no reason for prosecutors to have asked about her supposedly spanking him with a magazine before the encounter, or for Daniels to have testified that Trump did not use a condom. Wow. Now, ain't that something right there? That's wild. Not spanking him with a magazine, which really leads me back to, if all this is done against your will, or it wasn't consensual, or you feel like you have to do it, what the hell you doing spanking him with a magazine? A married man, a man you knew to be married. What you doing spanking him? Some ain't adding up. What she say? There was a lot going on in those. Not a lot going on. Hey, let her tell it. Let her tell it was a whole lot going on. But she said she's spanking him. This is a lie. His security guard outside, she felt that she couldn't leave. Now, what that sound like to you? That sound like consensual to me. If you don't want the man, you ain't playing around with him, doing no stuff like that. You're gonna be getting your person trying to get out of there. But she in the entertainment industry. This probably ain't her first time giving a man a spanking. Trump, what you into down there? What's going on? That's what they doing now. Not with a magazine, and it probably was a magazine that had him on the cover. You can't put nothing past him. Oh, I know I'm gonna get some people. They gonna be mad at me. I can't wait to read the comments tomorrow when people actually jump on and watch. They're gonna be talking like noise. They're gonna talk noise because how can you say that she was spanking? She wasn't spanking them. You weren't there. And then the other group gonna say, you're victim blaming. How you gonna victim blame? You need to believe her. That's why women don't come forward now. Y'all always saying that it ain't happened. I know they're gonna be red tea. But the woman today just really shocked when she said you talk too much. Well, you don't watch this one. I don't know if it was a man or a woman. Don't watch this one. If you think I talked too much on that last one, you ain't gonna like it. She said, I don't like it here. Let's see what the prosecutor said. Those messy details. See, even the prosecutor know he messy. He said those messy details, that is motive. That is Trump's motive for buying her silence. He also suggested that Trump could rebut the story under oath. If they want to offer testimony that the sex never happened, that's their prerogative. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to make Trump testify. He's like, hey, if Trump want to say that it didn't happen, all he has to do is take the stand. But obviously, if he takes the stand, then he's going to open himself up to a whole list of questions. And the judge is not going to protect him. The judge clearly lets anything go in his courtroom. So it ain't like the judge is going to protect him. So the judge probably going to let the prosecutors ask whatever they want to ask, which would be a bad idea for him to testify. And the prosecutors, they know it. That's what they're saying. If he wants to offer testimony to say it didn't happen, put him on the stand. The prosecutor said there were also some very salacious details that were intentionally omitted because we did not have the desire to embarrass the defendant. Now, that's a goddamn lie. We did not have the desire to embarrass the defendant. Boy, stop. That's the exact thing that you wanted to do. What you mean you didn't have the desire to embarrass the defendant? After you talk about him laying out in the bed, cheating on his wife just had a baby, they just got married. He's in the hotel room with her in the first place. Not only he's there with Stormy Daniels, he's there with Karen McDougal. He's taking pictures with porn stars outside while he's golfing. So he's blocking her from leaving the room, and she's blacking out, and the blood left her head. She don't know what happened. She don't remember nothing. So you mean to tell me, prosecutor, that it wasn't your intention to embarrass him? And the prosecutor saying, no, TalkThatLaw. They saying if we really wanted to embarrass him, we had some more stuff we could have said. And you know what I would have said if I was there? I would say some more stuff like what? Do tell, young man, do tell. What more? What can get worse than that? What can get worse than that? Oh man, let's see. He said if he really wanted to, he could have really lit him up. Okay, the judge said he agreed with Trump's lawyer that there shouldn't have been questions or answers about the condom, but noted that the lawyer had said in his opening statement that Trump didn't have sexual relations with Daniels. Your denial puts the jury in a position of having to choose who they believe. Donald Trump, who denies that this was an encounter, or Stormy Daniels, who claimed that there was. In addition to the sexual encounter, which Daniels said happened after she met Trump at a celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, she told the jurors that Trump made another advance in 2007, which she rejected. 4 years later, she said a mystery man warned her to leave Trump alone after she gave an interview to a magazine about their first encounter. Daniels said the article never ran thanks to Trump's then fixer and lawyer, Michael Cohen. And now she's going to get her money. Get your money, sis. Cohen later paid Daniels $130,000. Oh, that was an expensive 5 minutes. Golly, I guess they ain't charging what they used to do. What they charge? I guess they ain't charging $40 no more. She said she wanted $130,000. $130,000. And Trump's lawyer later paid her that money out of his own pocket, like a damn fool, to keep her quiet. Trump's reimbursement of that money, Trump had to pay the lawyer back. And that's why we are here at the trial. Trump, at the beginning, Trump said, hey, I didn't do it, but just so I don't look bad, I want to pay her $130,000, which he can do. He can pay her $130,000. People settle lawsuits all the time, not because they did it, not because they're guilty, just because it's more convenient than having years of trial, your name getting ruined, your reputation, paying lawyers, going back and forth to court. Sometimes it's easy just to pay and have a non-disclosure agreement where it doesn't get out. And Trump said, I want to pay her. I just want to pay her in cash. But his damn lawyer, Michael Cohen, said, no, we're going to create all these fake companies that we didn't need to create. We're gonna make some shell companies, and I'm going to pay the money out of my own pocket. And then Trump, you're going to write checks to me, but you're not going to say what it's really for. You're not going to say it's because of the encounter with Storm. You're going to say it's because of legal fees. And when you write a false statement into the record or your record books and it's not true, then that's a crime in New York. It's a misdemeanor, which the prosecutors probably could have proved. But what they're saying is Trump did that not only because he wanted to hide his affair with Stormy Daniels, but because he wanted to commit election fraud. He wanted to tamper with campaign finance law. And that's what I don't agree with, because obviously, you can't prove that he was trying to tamper with campaign finance laws when he haven't even, officially applied to run yet. Stormy, the little S worker, must be a bad ML. God damn. Oh man, 130. But hey, the other girl, Karen, you can't mess with her. Karen said she want 150. Not only did she want 150, she want job. She want a job at the magazine company. She want job security. She want to write articles. She want to do it all, photo shoots. So I think Karen came out the best out of this whole agreement. The doorman only got $30,000. See, the doorman took the first offer. You can't take the first offer. I had a case settled today, and we didn't take the first offer. Sometimes you gotta fight it out. You gotta drag it out. I thought Karen was shook he wanted to pay her. Yeah, sometimes you can't take the first offer. It's like they charging that much. I'm gonna have to look them up on I guess, but you look them up now. These are they up there in age now. We're talking about stuff from 20 years ago, which is another red flag. Statute of limitations been gone. It's not like a murder case where there's no statute of limitations. Statute of limitations been gone. Been gone. That's another reason I'm saying people think that I'm taking up for Trump or I'm against Trump. I'm just analyzing the law and the facts. That's all I'm doing. And from where I'm sitting, I'm saying that it just don't make sense. And them DAs, but you can't put them past the DA. I had another case yesterday. The DA swore, we're going to go to trial. And I said, you don't want to do that. You better go talk to your boss. He went and talked to his boss. The boss leaning all back in his chair with his bow tie on. I said, all right, let's go to trial. Matter of fact, both of y'all don't have another DA prosecutor. Both of y'all prosecuting. Let's see how it goes. And they said, oh, hold on, give us a little bit more time to talk. I said, all right, I'll give y'all a little time. They went in the back and talked. They came out and said, even though we think we can win, we're going to dismiss the case. Yeah. So you can't bluff. You can't bluff a Texas trial lawyer. I ain't sitting in the back typing briefs. I want to go to trial. I wake up in the morning wondering what can I get into today? Whether it's a criminal case or a personal injury case, I'm ready. And then I get to get on here on social media and talk about how Trump got his hand caught in the cookie jar. The most expensive cookie jar I'd ever seen. Oh man, this is wild. Yeah. What y'all thoughts on it? Y'all believe this? Y'all believe all this carrying on? Do y'all really believe it? Let's see. Okay, so then they got back to the checks and his assistants. Okay, so that ain't really nothing of substance. Let me see. So I think we pretty much covered the gist. The gist of her testimony, and also they wrapped up today because she testified. What I showed was Tuesday, but they wrapped up today, and the lawyer was basically saying the same stuff I was saying. Seeing a naked man made you that scared. Let me see if I can get those comments. I think these are the last comments. She said, "You've been seeing naked men all your life." And Stormy Daniels said, "Yeah, but this one was twice my age and he was big." I'm assuming she meant his height. Let's see. We can share this last day. I mean, the lawyer tried to follow back, but the lawyer needs to learn. You got to object all the time. Just object and put it on every time. Object. Stormy wouldn't have been wouldn't be able to say nothing. I'll just object. Now, if the judge say, "Hey, you can't object anymore," fine, judge. You're gonna have to say that out your mouth, because when you say that out your mouth, guess what? It's on the record. So when I appeal this case, I say, "Hey, I wanted to object, but the judge told me I couldn't object anymore." So my objection should have been, sometimes they say it's a running objection. You don't have to keep saying it. It's a running objection. So your objection will last the rest of the testimony. But there's no way I would have just sat there and let Stormy get up there and tell a lie like that. And she admitted, she said that she said in the past that it never happened. But she's saying now it did happen. And then you have another woman, Karen, said, the only time I was away from this man is when he was playing golf. But soon after the golf course, he came back with me. This is what Karen McDougal said. So she's saying, wow, I don't see how Stormy had the chance to link up with Trump. Not only that, Stormy and Karen had the same lawyer for the payments. When they got $150,000 and $130,000, had the same lawyer. So I'm thinking that lawyer did some, and they didn't know about each other. The lawyer didn't tell them about each other. So I'm thinking what happened is one of the women, I don't know, Stormy, Karen, whoever came first, went to the lawyer, and the lawyer got a deal. And then the lawyer, he could get his percentage. He probably got 33%, 40%. So the lawyer probably was looking around trying to figure out who else got stories on Trump, because I just got free money from this one girl. So I'm sure the lawyer probably went around trying to see who else can I get. Oh, another woman? Oh, that's another 40%. And he never told these women about each other. So I'm thinking that lawyer, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was ambulance chasing, what we call it. Somebody get in a car wreck and the lawyer's all on the highway, ambulance chasing, passing out business cards. Call me. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Let me see what you say. So I'm assuming his lawyer has years of experience under his belt. Do you think he didn't object because he had another angle? No, I don't think so. And it wasn't even his main lawyer. It was the woman attorney. And as I mentioned earlier, even if Trump has 5 lawyers that know to object, they are prohibited from objecting because they are not the one questioning that witness. Only the lawyer that's questioning that witness can object. So the lady lawyer that he had, and I think she has years of experience. So, I mean, she knows. But she could have been under the impression that, hey, before Stormy even went up there, I already asked the judge to limit her testimony, and the judge told me no. So the lawyer probably think that it's enough on the record that I at least tried to stop her testimony. The judge told me no. So I don't have to keep objecting. But a better practice, in my opinion, is to not only try to stop her, but if the judge tell you no, you still want to object while she's testifying, while Stormy's testifying, just so you can preserve the record. Because the last thing you want to happen is when you appeal it, you go to the appeals court and you say, hey, he asked her, or she asked her about a condom and missionary, and they should ask. And the appeals court say, did you object? And the lawyer say, no. Oh, okay. Well, you don't have a case. You should have said something, and you waived it. You waived that issue at trial when you don't object. That's why it's important to object at trial, and it's important to ask for a mistrial. Even if you don't get it, you want to ask for it, because the appeals court will do the same thing. Did you ask for a mistrial at trial? No, I didn't ask for a mistrial. I'm only asking for a mistrial now. They're gonna say no. You didn't like the outcome of your trial, so now you're only asking for a mistrial because you want a do-over, and they won't let you. They'll say you waive that issue, and next thing you know, your client's in prison. So I think I was going to show real quick the follow-up from today, when the cross-examination, when Trump's lawyer went back and finished asking Stormy questions from Tuesday, and they didn't have court on Wednesday. Let me see. Stormy. Let's see which one is it. All right, this ought to be the last. Okay. I'm trying to see if y'all can see this. I'm gonna try to make it bigger. If this computer played right. So okay, so Trump wanted his gag order removed. We're just gonna go through and see if we can find. Okay, Stormy Daniels returned at 8:30 today. All right, they continue their line of questioning. Trump saying it never happened. Okay. Trump's lawyer is pressing. So this is like live updates while they're in court. Trump's lawyer is pressing Daniels on why she decided to take money to keep silent instead of holding a press conference as Daniels has said she wanted to do. She said, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you hold a press conference? Why you take the money and hide your truth? And Daniels said, because we were running out of time. And the lawyer said, did she mean that she was running out of time to use the claim to make money? And Daniels said, to get the story out. The negotiations were happening in the final weeks of the 2016 presidential election. So Trump's lawyer accused Daniels of profiting off her story, which, you know, we said about the candles. As Daniels was negotiating her non-disclosure agreement with Michael Cohen, she testified that she was also speaking with other journalists as a backup plan. So if Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer, didn't buy her story, she was going to sell it to anybody that has the money. While Daniels says she was most interested in getting her story out and ensuring her family's safety, Trump's lawyer is accusing her of refusing to share the story with reporters because she wouldn't be paid for it. Now, some news organizations, they don't care how good your story is, they're not going to pay. So they said that's why Daniels didn't sell her story to them. Let's see. Okay, I guess Daniels yelled at her lawyer. So I guess Trump's lawyer was taking too long to pay. So she was yelling at her lawyer saying she needed to get paid. She was yelling at her lawyer, Keith Davidson, to get Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, to pay her money. She said, where's my money? I want my $130,000. I was in a hotel with this man that was twice my age while I was thinking about somebody else while he was on top of me. Color Purple said, how did he die on top of me? I want my money. I don't care if Trump's gonna pay it, his lawyer gonna pay it. Somebody better pay my money. I'm gonna get ready to tell everybody before the election that he was cheating on his wife. So she was yelling at her lawyer. Okay. So they go through the non-disclosure agreements. She said she only signed it because her lawyer wanted her to sign it. Okay, her lawyer told her to sign it. Okay, nothing. Okay, Daniels, she had a 60 Minutes interview in 2018 where she repeated her claims of a sexual encounter with Trump. But Trump's lawyer said that the publicity from the TV appearance led to other money-making opportunities, including a book deal and a strip club tour. Daniels also denied any involvement in coming up with the slogan that was attached to her strip club appearances the same year, "Make America Horny Again." She said a club came up with the moniker and it stuck. I never used that tagline. She testified, I hated it. Oh my goodness. So she's going on strip club. So she in the strip club 1 minute and she's selling Saint candles the next minute. Ain't this wild? Golly. She ain't got no shame. Let me see. Okay, she got 100,000 from a documentary and another 25,000 for footage and other rights to the documentary on NBC streaming service Peacock. Wow. So she is cleaning up. Not only did she get 130 from Trump, she got 125 for a documentary. The Trump's lawyer said, you are continuing to this day to make money off a story that you promised would put President Trump in jail. And I guess she probably had a little attitude when she said no. So Trump, he leaning back in his chair. I guess they calmed him down. Well, obviously, because now she ain't talking about nothing. Tuesday, she was talking about him butt naked getting spanked. So of course he more calm today because she ain't saying all of that. That's the stuff that made him mad. Daniels to defense lawyer, you're putting words in my mouth. Several times, Stormy has taken issue with Trump's lawyer. Amid questioning over financial arrangements for the documentary, Stormy accused Trump's lawyer of trying to trick me into saying something that's not entirely true. At one point, Stormy demanded the defense lawyer back up her claim about something she claims Daniels said regarding Trump's arrest. Stormy said, show me where I said I'll be instrumental in putting President Trump in jail. And Trump's lawyer showed Daniels a social media post she made that did not reflect those precise words. Daniels replied, I don't see the instrumental of jail. You're putting words in my mouth. So the lawyer probably didn't say the exact word, but you said something. She said, oh, I don't see the instrumental of jail. Well, it must have been enough context there for her to know what you meant. And obviously the jury can read between the lines. Trump connected merchandise. Okay, here we go about the candles. Trump's lawyer pressed Daniels. She pressed Stormy on social media marketing and merchandise tied to her public persona as a Trump antagonist. Asked about in celebration of new indictments promotion from last year that offered a gift for new orders. Trump's lawyer asked whether the performer wasn't using the circumstances to flog products. And she said, not unlike Mr. Trump, Daniels calmly retorted. So basically she said, hey, I'm not the one using this. Stormy said, I'm not using this. That's Trump using this. Trump is the one raising campaign funds. Trump is the one selling gold tennis shoes. Trump making the money. Not like me. Not me. No, you making money. You just ain't making it like him. Trump's lawyer then suggested Daniels was bragging by offering a Stormy Saint of Indictments candle. Stormy said, I'm not bragging. I think it's funny that a store made that for me to sell. And she corrected the lawyer. She said, I'm not making $40 a candle, but rather I'm making about $7. That's a bad business move right there. The candle $40, you only getting $7. So who getting the rest? I know the product got to be paid for and the cost of production, but only $7. And that's crazy because she admits it's for me to sell. Not that somebody randomly made it and they selling it with my name on it. No, she said for me to sell. So you are, Stormy, profiting from this story. I mean, let's see. What you say? I'm looking up her net worth. She was born in Baton Rouge. It's all making sense now. When we mentioned Lil Boosie, Webby, NBA, but we yeah. Hey, we gotta add her to the list. We gotta add her to the list. Baton Rouge. Wait, who ain't where Lil Wayne from? I thought he was from there, but yeah, that's wild. Let's see what else we get to wrap this up and tie it in a bow. Okay, let's see. She said she get her $7 a candle. Let's see. She addresses paranormal experiences. In one of the trial's odder moments, Daniels Stormy was pressed about her experience dealing with a ghost. Asked by Trump's lawyer about her claim that she lived in New Orleans, home that was haunted, and the spirits attacked you, Daniels launched into an explanation of a possible encounter. What? The house had some very unexplained activity. We brought in experts, people to measure the electromagnetic fields, religious experts, scientists. A lot of the activity was completely debunked as a giant possum that was under the house. Not a possum. The line of questioning appeared aimed at undermining Daniels' credibility while giving Trump's lawyer a chance to highlight that Daniels is working on a paranormal investigation show called Spooky Babes. You can't make this up. Wait a minute now. So she's saying ghost in a house. Maybe that ghost was on top of her in that hotel room. I didn't know that all this happened. This is my first time reading that. She said a ghost in the house. Wow. And they hired scientists, religious experts. So they ain't like it's, well, I would say it ain't like it's made up. She really believed it. But then right after that, they say she has a show called Spooky Babes. So who knows what to believe with this woman. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, did I go back? Oh, I didn't put it back up on the screen. Okay, let's see. She explained the difference between adult and mainstream films. Okay, so Trump's lawyer asked her, you have a lot of experience in making phony stories about sex appear real. and Stormy said the sex in those films is real, just like the sex in that room. Ooh, well, pop off then, Stormy. She said the character things might be different, but the sex is very real. That's why it's called pornography, not a B movie. Regarding her account of having an encounter with Trump, a claim he denies, if that story was not true, I would have written it to be a lot better. And Trump's lawyer said, because you're a good storyteller, right? A good story, right? Oh, so they was popping it off. That's the kind of the trials I like, when you go back and forth with the witness. And some lawyers I've seen, because I like to watch a lot of trials, even when I'm not doing a trial myself. I may watch a trial in person. I may watch it on YouTube, just because you want to perfect your craft. You want to see what everybody else is doing. So sometimes you'll see lawyers, when the witness is popping off and you get back with them, then next thing you know, the lawyer is crying to the judge, hey, judge, the witness is not answering my questions. That makes you look weak. It's like you going to go cry to mommy and daddy because the witness is not cooperating. Nah, I'm going to question you down. The judge going to be saying something to me first before I be saying something to him. Because I'm going to get with you. I had a police officer that thought he was bad. Oh, yeah, I know what you're doing. You're in here, you're just defending him, and you know he's guilty. How I know that? I said, how I know he's guilty? I wasn't there that night, was you? No. I said, well, he still have a constitutional right to a fair trial, and I'm gonna do just that. And then he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. The judge ain't say a word. Yeah, I don't care about you popping off. You're gonna answer these questions, but you gotta kind of do it in a way too. You got to match their energy. You can't over match their energy, because the jury is going to look at you as a bully. And the last thing you will want to look like is a bully, especially if it's somebody that's not really aggressive, or perhaps maybe even a woman that's being questioned by a male attorney. So you got to pay attention to all the optics, because it's not just a one size fit all. But let me finish wrapping her up and I'll let y'all go. Let me see. Okay. Jurors taking the scene. They watching the back and forth like a tennis match. Oh, boy, that is messy. They say that they watching like a tennis match. Y'all know how your tennis go one side. Ooh, she said that. Ooh, then what you gonna say? Ooh. Oh, boy, this is a mess. They said the jurors was watching it. They were swiveling their heads between the lawyer's lectern and the witness box with each question and answer. Some of them even wrote notes and some of them leaned back in their chairs. Golly. She tried to poke holes in the story. You know. Let's see. She went to 2011. She said the two talked before, during, and after dinner in his hotel room, even though she testified on Tuesday that they never got any food. So, Stormy, did y'all eat or y'all didn't eat? And Stormy said the idea that there was a discrepancy, saying that what she meant was, somebody, hey, what I meant was, now you got caught in a lie. What she meant was they talked during dinner time, but that she never said they actually got food. To her frustration, as she is very food motivated. Golly, Trump. She's saying that she was food motivated. So what she's saying is, if you would have bought her 2 pieces and a biscuit, you could have saved yourself $130,000. She said she's food motivated. She wouldn't even be here. But you didn't even offer her a Happy Meal. Shame on you, Trump. The way you was passing out Big Macs that one year at the White House. You should have had some room service on deck. Golly. Shame, shame. I know your name. This is wild. This is wild. You can't make this up. Okay, so she said she's food motivated. She said, I maintain in every interview that we never actually ate. Having dinner, at least where I'm from, doesn't necessarily mean you have to put food in your mouth. You're going to someone's house for dinner. It's dinner time. And the lawyer said the details of your story keep changing, right? And Daniel said no. Stormy said no. Wait a minute. Having dinner, at least where I'm from, doesn't necessarily mean you have to put food in your mouth. I dare not venture what the hell she actually mean when she say that. Having dinner doesn't mean putting food in your mouth. Well, what the hell having dinner is? And I'm talking about to a normal person, not to the sex world. Man, this video, man, I hope YouTube do not restrict this video. That's hey, I'm just reading what they said. I ain't make this up. Can't be from the South. When somebody would say we're gonna have some dinner, you walk in, you ain't ate all day, so I'm gonna go over and eat some dinner. You walk in, you don't even smell nothing. Ain't even no food ready in the house. She should have turned around and said, boy, bye. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't even got no food over here. You can't, you can't at least feed me. Can't be from the South. The lowdown dirty South, the song say. Man. Let's see. Okay, so yeah. I mean, that's a lie. I mean, obviously that's a lie. She got caught. And now she's trying to change it. Having dinner doesn't mean eating. Okay, whatever. So when they say, why are you saying she lying? It's plenty of reason I'm saying she lying. She said she lied. Okay. She said she told a different story in 2011. But Stormy said that was the abbreviated version. That wasn't the real version. I just abbreviated that story. Daniel said in 2011, but it was released in 2018. When I came out, he was sitting on the bed and he was like, "Come here." And I was like, here we go. And we started kissing. They left out a lot of stuff because they couldn't fact check it. I do remember them telling me that. See, she lying. If you saying, now you saying you don't remember, you blacked out. But now you're saying he's telling you to come here and y'all started kissing while he's on the bed. And then you're saying that he was blocking the doorway so you couldn't leave. Make it make sense. And she said, oh, that was the abbreviated version. Even if you cut the story short and say it's the abbreviated version, how you cut the story short from where you're kissing him on the bed to where it's borderline not consensual? Yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, Trump's lawyer, she hit it where it hurts. Trump's lawyer said she highlighted about Stormy being shocked and frightened about Trump's alleged sexual events is not believable. Trump's lawyer said you acted and had sex in over 200 porn movies, right? As Trump's lawyer. And there were naked men and women having sex, including yourself in those movies. Oh, I guess you go both ways. Trump's lawyer said, but according to you, seeing a man in a t-shirt on a bed and boxes was so upsetting that you got lightheaded. The blood left your hands and your feet and you felt like you were going to faint. Stormy replied, that experience with Trump was different from porn for a number of reasons, including the fact that Trump was more than twice her age, larger than her, and she was not expecting to find him undressed when she emerged from the bathroom. I came out of the bathroom seeing an older man that I wasn't expecting to be there. She said, where are you expecting to be? Where are you expecting to be? You in his hotel room. When did you expect him? I didn't expect him to be there. Come on, girl. Come on. Clearly, y'all can see that some ain't clean in the water. Now, some people might say, yeah, Trump, yeah, he did it. He slept with her. Even if he did, her facts of the story are not lining up. So either she's adding to it or she's taking away, like she's doing a TV interview, she's hyping it up. And some people say, Trump, he's select, you can't put none past him. And even if he didn't do it with that Stormy, he probably was in that room with that Karen. Probably was in the room with that Karen, because Karen said I was with him the whole time. So I know that he couldn't have been with Stormy. He was in here with me. But yeah, let's finish. 200 porn. Okay. She said she came out of the room. Trump was an old man. I don't know. Maybe he was naked and it scared her. Maybe she probably said, I can't do She probably said I can do some strains for a little piece of change, but I can't go that far. I have some boundaries. I have some morals. Okay, court stopped for a short break. Trump pointed to someone in the gallery. He did not respond to a shout from the courtroom. Okay. Daniels insisted that her story has not changed. Stormy testified that while she wasn't physically held down, she felt a power imbalance because, Trump, his hotel bedroom, stood between the door and when he propositioned her. She said she felt compelled Thursday, and she said that he didn't drug her or physically threaten her, but she said my own insecurities at this moment kept me from saying no. If y'all paying attention, look how much detail we have strayed so far away from the actual alleged crime. We're not talking about checks and record keeping. We're talking about stuff that's totally unrelated. And that's why I think the judges let this go on too far. But it is good content. So, we'll take it as we got it. But Trump's lawyer said your details keep altering over time. Your story has completely changed. Stormy said it has not. You're trying to make me say it changed, but it hasn't changed at all. Stormy, even by your own admission, you're saying that it's changed. You're saying that dinner doesn't mean food. I told the short version, not the long version. I'm not profiting, but I'm selling candles. I'm not profiting, but I'm doing a documentary. So even your own testimony is contradicting what you're saying. Okay, she returned to the witness stand. She did glance over at him from the witness stand while speaking earlier about him sitting on the bed. Okay. He laying on the bed sitting, okay. So the courtroom is remaining calm because they watching a good movie. They said the drama, it was unfolding like a Broadway show. They are playing off each other. That's what I'm saying. They matching each other's energy. You getting fly, I'm gonna get fly back with you. It don't matter to me. The rest of the audience is watching wide-eyed, but respectful of the course of decorum. Yeah. That's why you let the two women go at it, so it don't look like a man is, trying to bully her. Okay, so Trump's lawyer has to play to Trump's ego. She questioned Daniels, Stormy, if Trump was the biggest celebrity at the golf tournament. With people following him around. They had Jerry Rice, John Elway, Aaron Rodgers, and then Daniels, Stormy. I don't remember. She wasn't there to watch no damn golf. She was there to get paid. She was there to get paid. She was there scoping out the scene to see who I can hit upside the head, who I can hit a lick on. She wasn't worried about who was the most famous golf player out there. And they lucky that that Tiger Woods went there. Ooh. They said Tiger Woods love him, some white women. That's what the article said. That's what the article said. They said Becky whooped him so good she ran him into a tree. Golly, Tiger. Shout out to Tiger. He's still playing golf. Let's see. Okay, so this is the main part. We went through all of that to say this. This is the main part that Trump's lawyer was smart to get out. Daniels testified that she never spoke with Trump about $130,000 that she received from his lawyer, and she had no knowledge of whether Trump was aware. Let me see, is my screen still sharing? Okay. She has no knowledge that Trump was aware of or involved in the transaction. And the lawyer said, you have no personal knowledge about his involvement in the transaction or what he did or didn't do. And Daniel said, not directly. Upon further question about Trump's lawyer, Stormy noted that she didn't negotiate directly with Trump's lawyer either, but that her lawyer at the time, Keith Davidson, did. So she can't say that Trump gave her the money. She can't even say that Trump's lawyer gave her the money. She was letting her lawyer do all the work. She don't know. And then at the end, Trump's lawyer said she used the final moments in her cross-examination to underscore that Stormy had no knowledge of any other allegations underlying Trump's charges in the case, that he falsified his company records to hide the true nature of the reimbursement payments to Cohen. Daniel said that she knew the charges involved business records, but when asked if she knew anything about Trump's business records, she acknowledged, I know nothing about his business records. No, why would I? So I think that was the end of her testimony. Oh, wow. Not the displays. Make America horny again. And she's sitting up there with her chest all out. Okay. So Trump's lawyer finished the cross-examination, and then they started Okay, so they get to re-examine. So after you have the lawyers, they get to ask their witness questions. Then Trump's lawyer gets to cross-examine, and then you get a chance for Trump's lawyers to come back. I mean, not the Trump's lawyers, the prosecutors to come back and redirect to clear up any confusion that Trump lawyers caused. And they basically talked about threats and hateful comments, but that's nothing relevant. Some of the, they called her names. Yeah, they called her names. Okay. You a big girl. You can handle it. She said negatively impacted her life. And they asked her, have you been telling lies about Mr. Trump or the truth? And she says, the truth. Oh, this is the truth. I need to change my sign. Stormy, tell the truth, Daniels. My bad. Let me tell it most of his lies, allegedly. She had to hire security, move homes, take precautions. She still owes Trump. This is what Kara said. She still owes Trump's hundreds of thousands of dollars in attorney fees. And the lawyer asked her, has it been a positive or a negative in your life? And she said a negative, quietly. Come on. She going around the country writing books, documentaries. She going to strip club. She's selling candles. I doubt. And so she leaves the witness stand. Okay. So yeah, there we have it. Do anybody have any comments that they want to write about what they feel going on with Stormy? Y'all think she's telling the truth? Is she lying? Is it somewhere in the middle? Did Trump get caught with his pants down, getting spanked by Times magazine? Somebody said a Forbes magazine. He said he was a billionaire all these years. What y'all think? Nobody feel like typing. They say, hey, you ready to go to bed? You playing. We done got the tea now. Oh, man. Well, that's where we at. I just think that it's not going to be fair for her to make all these allegations for. Let me see. I think she's mostly lying. Right, and I agree. It might be some truth in there somewhere, because I can't put nothing. You can't put nothing past nobody nowadays. Stormy needs to run for president at this point. So I'm assuming when she telling so many lies, she can get in the White House, huh? Yeah, I just think it's not going to be fair. Oh yeah, shout out to Carrie. Yes, she always support, always supporting. I definitely appreciate it. It's not going to be fair for her to make these allegations against him, and he's running for president. And now, women want to know, and probably men too. If they can't see through, some of the stories that ain't adding up, they want to know, is this true or not? If it is, we're not going to vote for you. But especially the women, because obviously they can relate, being, women themselves. And he can't say anything about it. He can talk about the judge and say the judge is corrupt and the judge this and the judge that. But the judge, which is strange, the judge got Trump under a heavy gag order. But when it comes to telling Stormy to not elaborate so much, not run her mouth, she ran all over him. So you want to control Trump when he's outside of the courtroom, but you can't control your own witness judge that's sitting 2-3 feet away from you. So, obviously that's a big issue that Trump is now taking to the appeals court. He wants to get the gag order lifted. Shout out to Joe Esquivel. I definitely appreciate y'all sticking in here with me. I wasn't planning on going as long, but sometimes, you get in the flow, you get the going. It just happened. So I definitely appreciate y'all, and hopefully we could talk about something else in the near future. The trial's not over. I think Karen McDougal, they want her to testify, but I think she's not going to testify. They don't need her they don't need her testimony now because, for one, she's not as vicious as Stormy, and for two, she actually probably likes Trump, so she's probably not going to be as effective. I don't even think, if I had to vote, I don't even think that Stormy really helped the prosecutors as much as they thought she would. I mean, if anything, it probably, caused more doubt because her credibility. And even if they believe 100% of what she said, back to the legal aspect, it still doesn't matter because she don't know nothing about the actual charge itself. She don't know nothing about checks, bookkeeping, talking. Did Trump know? Did he not know? Did Trump lawyer know? Did he not? She don't know none of that. So all of her testimony was for now. It was just for really just pure entertainment and to embarrass him. But all right, I definitely appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. And then until next time. But before I go, I gotta let y'all know I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. I'm just here to talk that law. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all so much for joining.